Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 22nd through the 28th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Taurus. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Queen of Cups. We've got an open heart. Well, that's nice. Let's see. In the recent past, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Lots of self-love, self-care, self-love. Lots of focus on yourself in there. And just kind of taking it easy, not really overextending, not really putting your energy outward much. And you were really determined to kind of stick in that zone for a little bit. I think it worked out for you. Cool. In the current situation, the Three of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're coming out to the surface, and it feels good. It feels like your energy is definitely drawing in super nice energy. I'm not sure if this is specific to one particular energy where your heart is opening up like crazy there. It's looking super good. The whole energy exchange. It is looking like it's been a long time coming, almost like you spent a whole lot of time in that place of self-love, and now you're coming out to the surface. In the immediate future, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands. So you're showing up here with an open mind from what you're kind of telling me, but then you shut something down. It's kind of weird because you're initially like, I'm willing to learn from this experience. I'm willing, I'm gonna keep myself open, but then you shut it down immediately, and then you open back up. You're like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm dealing with this experience. Yeah, but you shut it down. I don't understand, but we shall see what's up. But let's clarify. Let's do the Queen of Cups. So many freaking queens. You're missing just one at this point. For the Queen of Cups, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of self. There's so much self type of, but not in a selfish way, in a way of, it's about me, I'm the one that's important here. And it seems to be, kind of hand in hand with the available energies for you. It seems to be going, yeah, that's what you should do, You should be in the state of you do you, boo, and that's exactly what you're doing. So you're like, good. And I'm like, good. Let's do, and the universe is like, good. For the Four of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the Seven of Wands, the Justice card, the Five of Swords. It seems like you had to fight a lot for this space for you here. A lot of that fight was with you. Was like, okay, I need to give myself some space and time here. While you were thinking, you were fighting with, outer circumstances, maybe people, situations, all sorts of things. The bigger battle was with yourself. You needed to the minute you said, okay, I'm taking my time and space just for myself, that's exactly what you do. But then if you're saying, okay, I'm going to take some time and space just for me, but then somebody comes in and says, but hey, Taurus, can you do this for me? Can you help me out with this, that, and the other? And you're jumping in right away like, yeah, sure, yeah, no, I'll do that. And you put that time of yours to the side. That's on you. You could say, hey, yeah, I'll do it, but later. Right now I'm busy. So as much as you want to blame outer circumstances on you kind of having a hard time getting in this space for yourself, a lot of it was you. And I'm only saying that because the Five of Swords is there. And I'm like, yep, that's, that's trying to look for excuses or motives, that are not necessarily real, for why you want a little bit of time and space for you and you're not taking it. For the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool. But like slowly but surely you got there, perseverance, determination, like, hey, I need my time. And the energy was it was like yelling at you, like, hey, take your time. And you're like, yeah, I'll get there, I'll do that. So I don't know what this was. Maybe it was just a vacation. Maybe it was just a staycation. Who the hell knows? But like, you needed some time for you, for sure. For the Queen of Pentacles, in the recent past, you get the Knight of Cups, the Moon, the High Priestess. And eventually, again, when you created that space for yourself, man, did you pamper yourself. I don't know what you did there, but you did good. You did good. Yeah, I don't know. You did stuff for yourself. Whatever that is. You bought yourself flowers. I don't know what you did, but yeah, you took it on. The minute you got there, you took it on. This experience of self-love. For the Three of Wands, in the current situation, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Three of Wands. There's something you've been wanting to open up to for a while here. There's something that I think right now, after you've given yourself the time and the space here, right now it seems like you're ready for whatever this is. But it's something that's been on the back burner for who knows how long. And now it's like, I got everything I need. I got everything it takes for whatever this is. Okay. Let's do the King of Pentacles. In the current situation, you get the King of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords. There's another energy attached to you here, but it does look like things, at least in the physical, they're not there. They're inexistent. Things between you and this energy. Now, energetically speaking, you are connected, but in the physical, there's a door that's shut in there between the two of you. And it seems like maybe you want to go and pry that door open. Maybe you want to peek, like, crack it open and be like, hey, what's going on in there? I don't know. Maybe that's what we're talking about, that now you're ready to go and check behind door number whatever. Okay, for the Two of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Seven of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the World card. I feel like you're getting closer and closer to that door, and the closer you get, the more doors start to line up, and it's like, which door is it? I don't fucking know. Oh my god, there's so many doors in here. Which one was that again? Like, what? Oh, shit. So you bail. Like, not too many doors, too many options, too much. I'm coming from a rested period of time. I don't need this commotion in my life, so I don't know what's going on, but I do see, if not hesitation, it could even be just bailing altogether. And just, as much as this energy is kind of prepping you up to just go and do something with that door, I'm not sure if you're going to do it, in all honesty. For the Page of Pentacles, in the immediate future, you get the Six of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Hold on, you're giving me two very opposite energies, and I can't place you, because you can't experience both. I mean, you could, but you can't. You're starting to open back up to this idea that you mid-sentence abandon or something. And it feels good. The idea feels good. The practicality of it, that's a different story. That's where you're showing me, nah, I don't care for it that much. Well, energetically you do, and not only do you care for it, it makes you feel good. So I don't understand why it doesn't apply. It just keeps on not applying in the physical. Let me do the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, the Star. Okay, I feel like you're trying to buy yourself some time to figure out what the hell it is that you want from this door. You know, once you open it, what do you want? Do you have any expectations? What you'll find behind that door? Do you not? You just open it and you'll take it from there. You'll see. I don't know. I think your whole backing away from this concept that you're the one that's introducing of, hey, I think that door needs some, opening. I think you're trying to figure it out. I think ultimately you're showing up a little confused. Like, I don't know. Why would I even go to that door? What would be behind that door? But again, that's your mind coming in and complicating things. Energetically speaking, you show up as, okay, I really know what I want. I'm connected to this energy that sits behind this door. Then you get closer to the door, then I assume your fears kind of back you away to the point of, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going home. You get home, you start thinking about it, just thinking about it. It makes you feel like, oh my God, this makes me feel good. But then because it makes you feel good and because you remember that you were just there by the door and something kind of scared you away or something, you shut it down again. But then you try to figure out what the hell keeps shutting this down, and that's where we're at right now. You're trying to figure it out. Let's do the 6 of Wands. For the 6 of Wands, you get the King of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. You keep on throwing off the energy. So the energy trail. You kind of build a trail in the direction of that door, then you get kind of backed away from it, then you're trying to figure it out, but then you're like, let's talk about something else. Something about this door situation definitely makes you feel good, but something about it scares the hell out of you. What I'm interested in is what scares you so that you go and deal with that. What pulls you back from something that energetically speaking seems to be lined up. Because we can talk about something else all you want. At the end of the day, it's not going to resolve that fear where you would have to go and look into that, right? Not even for the door. Fuck the door. For you. Yeah, we can talk about, how's work? What's the weather like? And things like that. Yeah, we could talk about those things. And I could be here all day and night talking to you about that. But what I'm interested in talking about is something else. What the hell scares you about that door? Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Moon. Ooh, it's a secret. It is a secret because you have no idea yet. All you know is that you feel drawn towards that door, that you at times even make the steps in that direction of, okay, today is the day, I'm going to do it right now. And then something keeps on backing you away, and it's under the moon energy. And it's usually because, one, you don't want to say, or two, you don't know. In this case, I would say you don't know. I would say, because I see your mind always coming in to try to complicate things for you the minute you get closer and closer to that door. And it's like, yeah, when that happens, with so many things running through your mind, that leaves a lot of room for fears. And it's usually fear that backs us away from things that feel good to us, right? So, I'm assuming you don't know, given that you're showing me I'm working on it, to try to figure it out, and then you want to talk about something else. So, you're figuring it out. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.